We lost so many.
What's this we business? You did, kid. I did a great job.
I was amazing.
And you'll die.
Damn, come on, Anakin. Anakin's such an asshole.
This is what the Jedi do. They're like mean to their Padawans.
Yeah.
It's like a fun thing that they like to do.
Oh, that does seem like really fun. We got like a walker.
Oh.
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 Welcome back to uns Wookieeleaks on the Breakroom. I'm Thomas Bechtold, and joining me today is the pride of Sarasota, Brandon Barrick.
I am not from Sarasota. Let the record show.
He's the Everglade evangelist. He's the Tallahassee tallywhacker. He's the Orlando obstetrician. Today we're doing something a little bit different. Brandon is joining me as we get this Wookieeleaks out at light speed. That's right. Little bite-sized Wookieeleak. I call it an Ewok leak. You're going to see our reaction to the episode. We're going to get into our big takeaway of what exactly is Anakin.
What is that guy?
Who is he? Is he a ghost? Is he a host? Is he a robust piece of toast? And we're going to answer some of your live questions. And then tomorrow, Maud Garrett will be joining me on the stream to answer some lingering questions from this episode.
Oh, baby.
You better believe it. And guess what? I feel so fresh, so soft.
We're
in my
matching.
Star Wars tee. We're wearing our Sabine shirts in honor of her not being in today's episode. Let's be honest. Sometimes in life, when you're being oppressed and when the woke mob takes over, you gotta riot. Head to nerdriot.shop, cop some of these Ahsoka shirts.
Yeah,
now, let's cut to the chase. It's Ahsoka Episode 5, Shadow Warrior.
Ooh. I can't believe she fell for this.
Yeah, dude, she's a simp. She simps for Balin, and so do I.
I mean, we've all been there. You know, late night text to a lover in another galaxy you haven't spoken to in years.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Every single one of us has slid into the magical orb map of a crush.
I've slid into the DMs beyond DMs.
Do you think that Ahsoka can use the Force to mend this
Oh, maybe.
map?
Whoosh.
Chopper's gonna
Chopper's
kill
like, I don't
Jason.
want to come out.
Yeah.
I want to stay on the ship where the big guns are. Chopper's gonna kill Jason. Gonna push that kid off the cliff.
Let's see if you can fly. Jeez.
Chopper's like, I'm not taking a laser blast for this kid.
Dude, is she already gonna be out?
I don't know.
Get us back in there.
Oh.
No.
He's sad.
Okay, a little cold open there with the gang. Some of our lesser featured players thus far. Still no Zed.
Ooh, Shadow Warrior. Okay.
Well, who's that? That could be the Emperor.
Could be the Emperor. Could be
Boba
the
Fett.
weird gas that came out of Marok.
I'm here to finish your training.
Wow.
Okay.
It's a little late for that.
I was gonna say, I gotta use this yesterday, Anakin.
I'm gonna make you bad.
One is never too old to learn, Snips.
What's the lesson, Master?
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Live.
Oh, blue saber.
Or die.
Now this is the lightsaber, Anakin's lightsaber that like Luke would get, right?
Yeah.
It looked like his, right?
Yes.
Not Vader's saber. Come on. Stick with the action. Filoni.
We gotta get Jason looking out over the water.
Gotta get this kid.
The audiences are gaga for Jason. Box office boffo numbers for Jason Sandula.
Sorry.
Dude, that thing is way too big.
Senator Organa says she can only give us cover for so long.
Ooh, that's Leia, right?
I believe so. Yeah, thank you.
Mom, I sense Ahsoka because I have Force powers.
Okay, you were right, Tommy.
Sorry, my son's being a weird hippie.
He's on one of his things right
We took him to a fish show and he really hasn't recovered. We're getting some old school music here.
now. Yeah.
We already did that.
Well, we're doing it again. Viang, you're with me in the ghost.
Right away.
Carson, you volunteered for this, okay?
Yeah, dude, Carson needs to get blasted. I've had enough of his dude.
His father, Kanan Jarrus, was a Jedi.
Yo, heard of him?
Name drop.
We better get on it then.
Oh, you hear it from a man of the past that's telling you to do everything. But when a woman asks you to do something, you're all uppity about it.
That's right.
Oh, here we go. Boom. Oh, dang. Like how to kill kids. Okay.
No.
Ready to start the clip show?
Is this where she looks into the past?
Sand. Oh, no. If we're on Tatooine, I'm leaving.
Bro, we're on
If this is
tattoo.
fucking Tatooine, I am leaving.
Give me Owen
Oh,
Lars.
here we go. Clone Troopers. Oh, hell
Whoa.
yeah. Oh, young Ahsoka. Oh, here we go.
I wish I was force sensitive. It's a training day, Officer Hoyt.
Ahsoka, I didn't know you like to get wet.
That's PCP. Angel dust.
You could kind of see one of those assault walker things in the back.
Now she's in Dagobah. Just kidding. I knew she wasn't.
We lost so many.
What's this wee business? You did, kid. I did a great job.
I was amazing. Hey, I'm kind of working on something secret with Senator Palpatine right now. I got to get back. There's organs in my head.
That doesn't bother you?
Of course it does.
I'm a wreck.
I'm gonna go kill some kids.
Then you'll die.
Damn, come on, Anakin. Anakin's such an
It's tough.
asshole.
This is what the Jedi do. They're like mean to their Padawans.
Yeah.
It's like a fun thing that they like to do.
Oh, that does seem like really fun. We got like a walker.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh, does Anakin become Darth Vader?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've never watched this shit before.
So, I mean, at first she was Ahsoka being like, what are we doing here? But then, like, was that a conversation she had in the past? Or
Yeah, I'm wondering if that was like a memory or...
So it was her master.
Yeah? What was he like?
Intense.
Whoa.
Oh. Now she's got two
Here we go.
lightsabers.
She's a little older. Oh, yeah.
She's oh, this is the Siege of
okay.
Mandalore.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, they have, like, the painted... Oh, Rex? Oh. They got his voice, at least.
Yeah.
I gave you a choice. Live
Oh, here we go.
or die.
He's got his evil face on now.
Mm-hmm.
Incorrect.
Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Little thriller action.
Trying to die.
I choose to live.
He's like, great. Me too.
Cool.
Cool.
Well, I'm gonna get on my way.
Anakin.
And he's gone. Oh.
Christmas Day.
Oh, like the lines are coming together. Okay.
Oh, neat.
Yep. Is she gonna be in the water?
So she was just underwater for like a day and a half?
No, I think she did go in. I think she went into the world, Beyond Worlds. It was just like, okay, this is like some Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order stuff.
Yeah.
Ahsoka's like, I can't believe she fell for it.
Do it for Ezra.
Maybe
Oh.
they'll ride some Purgles.
Purgle. Is this it? Is this gonna be the end of the episode?
What if they put the ship in the Purgle's mouth?
Oh.
Like Jonah the Whale. Here we go. Get in the mouth of the Purgle.
We gotta ride a Purgle well.
They can't fire you if they can't find you.
If you see something, say something. These are all practical, right?
Yeah. They got a bunch of humpback whales and put stuff on them.
Cool. Yeah, fly into that big fucker.
But they just harpoon it.
We're gonna need a bigger ship.
We're gonna sell its fat and bile for money, and then we're gonna find Thrawn.
Let's make soap out of its oil and blubber.
I'm gonna make perfume. Quick, slice it open.
Man, Ahsoka
this
loves
old trick.
being on the outside of her ship. Is she representing the gray? The place where the dark and the light side meet? Is she embracing the gray side of the Force?
The elusive gray Jedi.
Well.
Excuse me.
Hello.
Do you have the time?
My name's Grumpo. I'm the big whale. And I'm Gwevik. Melodic rumbling.
Ooh. Baleen.
Wow.
Or
Come inside my mouth.
they are gonna go in the mouth just like Jonah the Whale. Jonah and the Whale. Whee!
I like that big old hairy
They
purr.
did not get to go? I guess not.
All right, guys, we'll be holograms for the next episode.
Whoa!
He's presenting.
Cute. Oh, it's
Wow.
the little spinny thing.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Great job, Dave Filoni. You
Way
did a
to
wonderful
go, Dave
job.
Filoni. He wrote it. He directed. He's having a great time. He created
Yeah,
it.
he was just
Boom,
jamming
boom,
on
boom,
this one.
boom.
God! How long was I out?
Oh, one whole rotation.
What an episode!
What did you see?
All right. I saw my master,
Oh, yeah?
my thigh master. Let's get into this YouTube stuff. All right, let me give you my review.
Give me your review.
Liked it.
Liked it?
Didn't love it as much as I
Oh,
thought
okay,
I was going
okay.
to. You know, with the theatrical release, I just wanted more. Good luck to Eric Voss identifying all those helmets in the Siege of Mandalore.
Lots of helmets to see.
Some cool stuff. Was hoping to get some of the Mortis God lore in there.
They're dead.
I know,
They're
but
dead.
maybe we could get some more of that. Listen, we saw Ahsoka's journey in the world between worlds through her memories with a manifestation of Anakin effectively asking her to choose between life or death. What was this Anakin? It's not a Force ghost. Is it simply a reflection? Who is this boy I see? Staring straight back at me. When will my reflection show who I am, Jedi? All right, so we've got the Battle of Ryloth, the Siege of Mandalore. Ooh, Ahsoka chooses to live, damn it.
That's right.
I've got crystals from Montana in my hands right now. I don't know
Oh,
why I
this
took them out of
appeared
my
out of
pocket.
nowhere.
These crystals are powerful. They're Kyber crystals. They'll ignite my fright saber. She's rescued by Hera and her squadron with a big thanks to Jason. Jason, you know what? Kid actors, they got a tough gig.
Tough gig.
Yeah, give him mermaid hair. He's got the green hair. He's
Why
kinda-
doesn't he have any liku? You know what I mean?
You
Like
know,
Mama.
are there organs up there? And we now have deduced Sabina's left with Morgan and Balin. We, the viewers, know, of course.
Right.
But now the gang knows. And Ahsoka, she's going after him.
That's right.
And there's only one way to travel after your friends and perhaps finding your long-lost friend. That's Purgle.
That's Purgle, baby.
You take a Purgle, you catch the 710 Purgle to hyperspace.
You got to make the transfer at Union Station.
Yeah.
Get on the brown Purgle.
You want to get on the brown.
Don't take that all the way.
You want the Belmont transfer.
Yeah.
Those who know. Her and Hu Yang are allowed inside the Purgle mouth, which, let me tell you, I've been allowed inside a few mouths in my day.
Yeah.
And it's a great honor.
Always get consent before entering
When a
the mouth.
species allows you inside their mouth, it's true trust.
That's trust. That is trust.
So that means Hera is once again left to be seen only in hologram form and from the front, which is a real shame. And the X-Wing Squadron Now they're in trouble too.
Yeah.
Time
They're
to deal with
gonna
their. Hey, Carson Teva, instead of just asking dumbass questions, now you might have to give some dumbass answers.
I think they will not get fired.
What are we
completely.
doing? Why are we doing this? Who are these people? What is this? What's a Jedi? What's an airplane?
I mean, he risked it all for Hera, right? He trusted her.
Kiss my ass, Teva.
He trusted her, and now he might get stripped of his rank because of it. But hopefully, General Girda, I believe her name was, will vouch that there were actually Purgle, and so they were up to something on the planet.
They were up to no good. Started making trouble in the Purgle hood. All right, now.
What's our big question for this episode?
What the fet was Anakin?
What was Anakin?
So in Rebels, they'd look through portals in the world between worlds. They would look through portals and see moments in time.
Right.
Cute.
Yeah, in season 4 of Rebels, the episode I believe is titled "World Between Worlds."
Right.
When Ezra's walking around, he hears voices. Right.
Yes.
And he would look in these little cute little portholes.
Yes.
And he would see moments in time.
Yes.
And in the World Between Worlds too, he would hear stuff from like the sequel trilogies and stuff. Stuff that hadn't even happened yet in time. And in there, in that moment, he was able to pull Ahsoka into the World Between Worlds when she was fighting Vader in like season 2 of Rebels. So she'd been in there before, not as like an apparition. It was her. Right. So that's how it played out there. So this was like a little different, right?
Yes.
This isn't Anakin's Force Ghost.
Right.
Because even though at this moment in time in the timeline, Anakin is dead.
Yeah.
Darth Vader is dead.
Yes.
But we don't think this was his Force Ghost.
I don't think so. One, the appearance didn't have the blue hue around him.
Right. He was bluish.
Well,
but he wasn't translucent.
I think the blue was a reflection of the blue bridge that was connecting the world between worlds. Now, I think my theory is that Anakin was various phases of Ahsoka's guilt.
Sure.
I think it's. I think at his worst, when he was full Vader, that is her sense of complete failure of Sabine.
Yeah.
When he was at his best, when he's calling her snips and they're giggling and he's like, well, I haven't taught you everything. You an angel. I think that's kind of like the good days when Ahsoka's really trying to train Sabine, and then I think kind of like Revenge of the Sith, kind of scarred, red-eyed Anakin is that's kind of I think where we're at right now. That's it to me seems it represents like what could be good, what could be bad, the two extremes, and then where it is right now.
Right. And, he said some interesting things. And I like this idea, Tommy, that it's a manifestation of her guilt. Let's remember that, like I said, Ahsoka's been in the World Between Worlds before. And also, during the events of the Clone Wars with the Mortis gods, when they were on the planet Mortis, dealing with those 3 wackos who have got to get some therapy.
Yeah.
They're all dead now, thank goodness. When Ahsoka, dies on that planet, and the daughter basically is stabbed by the son, and she sacrifices herself as she lays dying to revive Ahsoka through Anakin. So Ahsoka has kind of weird god powers within her.
I think she's got a little bit of like the equivalent of like in a video game when you've got a body armor, but it's not like it doesn't.
I was thinking
you got
of
like a hue over you, like it's like.
I was thinking of like Legend of Zelda, right?
Yes.
If you have a fairy in a bottle, you can die and then come back to life.
That's right.
Because she's knocked into the ocean, right? When she's saved from the ocean, it's not like she coughed up water.
Yeah, no.
She didn't drown. She didn't know where she remembered it, but how long have I been gone?
Yeah.
What's going on? Jason hearing the lightsaber. So something real was going on.
Right.
I think she did, as a failsafe in a video game, slip into the World Between Worlds instead of dying.
Yes.
She wrestles with her own self-guilt, her self-conscious, manifested as Anakin. Let's think about some of the things he said to her. He was like, I had to finish your training.
Yes.
And she fights back and is like, maybe I don't need it.
Yeah.
Right? Because she knows what he becomes.
But that's kind of like, all of her frustrations with Sabine are kind of her attitude towards Anakin.
Yes.
And I think, we've retconned the World Between Worlds a little bit, right? Like, Anakin slashes through the blue floor.
He slices
It seems as though when you get glimpses of the past, you fall through the mist, right? Like you fall through the mist and then emerge in a past. We get what's her name, Ariana Greenblatt.
Yes.
From Barbie, the daughter from Barbie.
From Barbie plays a young Ahsoka, which at first, that was a really cool way they did that.
Yeah.
So Ahsoka, he slices the bridge.
Yeah.
She falls through. It's a sandy area. We were afraid it was Tatooine. Thank goodness it wasn't. It's the Battle of Ryloth.
Yes.
That happened in the Clone Wars. You can go back and watch the episodes. I think it's like 18 and 19 of season 1. This was like an early battle she's involved in. She has the one green lightsaber, right? And it was an almost seamless transition. I want to go back and watch it. I didn't see the switch.
Me either.
Because I thought it was like a standing adult
Yeah.
Ahsoka, and then as she kind of comes closer, it's a young
it's a
version
kid.
of her, played by the Ariana Greenblatt from Barbie. And so she's like in this battle, and like all the questions she's asking is like, is this what you're here to teach me? Right? Is war? Is that all you have to? Is that all the Jedi have to teach me? It's just how to be a warrior. And Anakin's like, no, there's more to it, but right now you need to be ready for war.
Right.
And maybe that's something she's wrestling with in this moment. Like, she's trying to be on this path. She doesn't consider herself a Jedi.
Right. She's trying to leave all that behind, but
she keeps falling into battles, basically.
And if Thrawn returns, she kind of is forced to then probably organize as many Force-sensitive people. And like, as much as we now know from the sequels that Luke will ultimately try to rebuild the Jedi Order.
And he will slip into darkness a little bit,
A little bit, yeah.
He'll try and kill Ben because he thinks he's evil.
Right.
And we still don't know what the big fallout was between Sabine and Ahsoka. But I imagine some of it was like Ahsoka maybe pushing her too much to just fight or like be ready for fighting, because you always have to be ready to fight, and Sabine maybe questioning that.
And
be like, I just want
not-
to paint, Mom.
And perhaps not allowing her to grieve
Ezra. Yes.
Perhaps much like Anakin, kind of like using humor in weird moments, like being emotionally distant from what's happening, right? Like not having a grounded emotional response. The Jedi, their strength is in their stoicism.
Yeah,
right?
they push emotion aside, which always seems to be a problem.
Yeah.
Let these boys and girls have some emotions, right?
Agreed.
And maybe, she was questioning, and again, on the battlefield.
Right.
He's like, look, I don't have time for this right now.
Yeah.
But maybe that's her own self-conscious. Maybe Sabine was questioning her, and she wasn't answering it.
Right.
She was just pushing past it and telling her to put her emotions aside. She sits by a wounded clone trooper. They got a billion of these guys. Who cares, right? He's got a horrific face.
Justice for the clone
A
troopers.
burnt face. We don't even get to see his hideous
Look
face.
upon my own face.
This hideous face. Christine, why? She feels bad, right? She takes it all on. Why did we commanded these guys? Also, clone troopers, listen to Anakin. Maybe don't listen to like the 11-year-old.
Yeah.
Don't take your battle advice from
Listen, when I'm out on the golf course,
Yeah.
I listen to the 70-year-old people.
Okay.
I don't listen to the little kids.
You don't listen to little kids. But Anakin's telling her, no, like, we'll have time for peace later, but now we got to fight. And we know that the peace will never come.
That's right.
Even, at the end of Return of the Jedi, the peace doesn't come.
In the
because
words
it's
of the
always-
aliens in Independence Day, no peace. No peace.
Is that what they said?
Yeah, through Brent Spiner. Remember, he's this weird scientist. All right,
I do remember. What is
Evan. My God, Evan is oiled up like a Hawaiian tropic model.
Yeah, he's shirtless.
He is shirtless. He's got ribbons around his biceps like the Ultimate Warrior. I believe he's got the warrior face paint on. He is running around like a madman. Evan, do we have any questions?
Yeah. Alex Reyes asking, do you think by the end of this, Jason will be Ahsoka's Padawan, and that's why they've been trashing on Sabine so much?
Oh, okay. That's an interesting idea, right? Because if this show ends with Sabine and Ahsoka, or Sabine and Ezra, like back together again, buddy.
Yeah.
Maybe Sabine's like, I don't want to get back into this whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, there was that interesting moment, right, with Jason and Hu Yang, where he was like, will you train me? Will you teach me how to build a lightsaber? And the guy's like, no, I'm done doing that. But that could be like a fun little twist, right?
I could see Hu Yang encouraging Ahsoka to take Jason as a Padawan, because
I do like that.
Hu Yang's very practical.
Yeah.
And he does not see
He
Sabine.
says Sabine's not good enough
She's
to
the worst
be
of all
trained.
time. Yeah. What else you got for us, Evan?
Yeah, Savvy389 asking, which do you think is more likely at this point, that they are in a completely new galaxy or in a different place in time?
Oh, I mean, I really one of the things that I think I was slightly let down in is we didn't really get an update in the plot today.
Yeah, no Balin, no Shane.
This was
that's tough.
It was all.
tough.
It was kind of just about Ahsoka and Anakin, and then the subplot of finding Ahsoka's
Right. Well,
corpse.
I think that question points to both, right?
Yeah.
I think it is space and time. Something Morgan Elsbeth said in the first episode,
episode
was that
1.
Thrawn speaking to me across space and time.
Yeah.
So I think it's both. They're in a different galaxy, and if we go by like interstellar rules, gravity could be affecting time differently there. I think it would be very interesting to see like Ezra has not aged at all. It's been like a day.
Right.
And Sabine shows up and is like, "Oh, just kidding. You're a little young for me.
I gotta go.
I didn't realize you hadn't aged up.
I have a question. I'm gonna go rogue here.
Go rogue.
Do you think we're done with the world between worlds?
That's an interesting question. I think we might be. I think
Yeah.
that might be it.
That was just kind of a one-off.
Yeah.
Establish it now for the live action if they want to go back to it with other characters.
Potentially. I mean, it was very interesting, like seeing the different moments in time, the Battle of Ryloth, the Siege of Mandalore. That moment was really interesting too.
Yeah.
Because Anakin says, "I don't remember this one," because he's not there.
Yeah.
If you that was season 7 of Clone Wars, which they came back and finished very recently.
Yes.
Ahsoka comes back and meets Anakin right before she takes off to do the Siege of Mandalore. And Anakin gives her back the blue lightsabers, which we saw. He's like, I held on to him, kept him in good shape, maybe better shape, he says. He tuned him up a little bit, kept him fresh. And then they have their last goodbye. And she says, like, good luck.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's going to be fine. It's not going to be fine.
It's not gonna
Especially
be fine.
if you're a youngling. And so for him to be there and see what she went through there, if this is if Anakin's a manifestation of her guilt or her sadness, maybe she wishes he had been there, and because if he was there, everything would be different. The whole universe would be different.
Yeah.
And the fact that they split up in that moment, it was sad.
And it's a common theme in a lot of adventure movies and in Star Wars certainly. Better together.
Right.
When you isolate people, you can compromise them.
And that's something
Divide and conquer.
Hu Yang had said last episode. Please stay together.
He's about to jump off a cliff. He's like,
Right.
I asked them to stay together.
He brought it up again. But it goes for Anakin and Ahsoka. They should have stayed together. And by
agree.
splitting up, things got a little hairy out
Hey,
there.
Mom and Dad, you hear that?
We also got to see Captain Rex, Captain Rex first we saw on the Battle of Ryloth with his little blue arm thing. And then Commander Rex. Yeah. He gets made commander right before the Siege of Mandalore.
Right.
They had the clone troopers had the orange paint on in honor of Ahsoka. They love her so much.
They love her.
And we got Timu's voice.
Yes.
He got the voice credit for it.
Tamora.
Tamora. He didn't suit up probably, but they got his voice.
I think he slimmed down. I think he was in there.
I think he cut weight, and they're like, he's like, I'm gonna get to show my face, right? And they're like, oh yeah, sure.
I think he had a wrestling match, so he cut the weight anyway.
But it was pretty interesting stuff. The moments they chose to show. It would have been fun to see some more, sure.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun. It would have been fun to see Obi-Wan.
Oh my gosh!
That would've been
Did you think for a second he
mentions Obi-Wan. We got mentions of Obi-Wan. We got mentions of Kanan and Jarrus. We got mentions of Senator Organa. Leia Organa. We got to see Mon Mothma again, only in hologram. Give us live action Mon Mothma on the show.
Who knows what we will be treated to?
Yeah.
We've got 3 more episodes. You got any more questions for us, Ed?
Yeah, last 2 right here. Corellius1313 and Assassin Peach 77 asking roughly the same question. What do you think the relationship is between Ezra and Thrawn now when we see them?
Well, there is an interesting thing of have they been stuck together, forced to help each other survive, or have they been Tom and Jerrying it, where it's like Thrawn's just been chasing Ezra around
I can't find him in this ship.
The living room.
Well, we know that Ezra was, he was flirting with the dark side, as all good Jedi do, right? He was definitely flirting with it before what happened in that show. Now, like I said, I would love if it's this we've been here for 10 minutes, and you guys just got here. I don't know what's happened on your side of the galaxy.
Right.
But over here, it's only been 10 minutes. But, if they're kind of forced together to survive, I forget, were there other people alive on that ship? Were there just other people? Were they alone on that Star Destroyer?
Well,
there must have been
wasn't the window broken or something?
Yeah, because the tentacles were coming in.
Yeah.
But like, there must have been like some staff involved,
Yeah.
right? There must have been couple
Yeah, I
of,
like to think they're running like a small tribe.
yeah, lower decks. Maybe they've split off into factions. They've taken over the mess hall. We got a ration. I mean, for all we know, they're on a planet somewhere in this new
Right.
galaxy. Right?
I hope they're in Dagobah.
There's another Dagobah
There's
in
yeah.
another galaxy.
There is.
And there's another
It's called Dagobah.
Dagobah.
And all the little Yodas are dogs.
One other interesting thing I'd love to bring up.
Go ahead.
Before we
Sure,
go
yeah,
out
please.
here. If Anakin is this manifestation from Ahsoka, like we think he is, he brings up her training and her kind of lineage, something that's been talked about before. Legacy, right? Let's remember, Ahsoka is taught by Anakin, who was taught by Obi-Wan, who was taught by Qui-Gon, who was taught by Dooku, who was taught by Yoda. And do we even know who taught Yoda? I don't even know.
Yoda was taught by
Darth Sidious? I don't know.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Go off air.
So like, Anakin's saying like, your legacy is important.
Yes.
And when you bring it up, it's like, my legacy is not great. Like, we're the weird ones, right? We're all the weird Jedi.
But often, when someone is hiding shame or guilt, they'll lean on the past.
Sure.
Maybe in the south of this country, there's a little emphasis on some heritage in the past because of the guilt of, a civil war.
But could that be what split Sabine and Ahsoka? Was Ahsoka like, look, maybe I shouldn't be training you because of my legacy.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, the lineage through me is not great. And it's
Ahsoka's whole thing is kind of like, these guys are bad.
Right.
Bad.
The Jedi are wrong. This is bad. We shouldn't be doing this. And, her wanting to take on Sabine and, like, train her was maybe like, look, things have gotten bad. We got Darth Vader now.
Yeah.
Let's fix this.
Strengthen numbers.
Yeah, strengthen numbers. And then realizing, like, no, this isn't right. We got to stop this.
No.
And someone should warn Luke. Before
someone
he
needs
tries
to
kill
warn Luke. That isn't right, but you know what feels so right, Brandon?
What feels so right,
Watching
Tommy?
Ahsoka with you, my man.
Oh, what a pleasure.
Chopping it up on Wookieeleaks directly after Ahsoka. We'll be back tomorrow at the normal 3 p.m. time to answer some more Ahsoka questions with our all-star. We've got
tomorrow.
Maud Garrett. We've got an all-star squad of Star Wars experts. And me as well. And I got to be honest, I'm excited.
You excited?
I'm a little tired right now. I'm going to get a good night's sleep.
Get a good night's sleep.
I'm going to lay my head down on a pillow. I'm going to wake up tomorrow, and I'm going to take on the day.
Oh, okay. I think that's a good idea.
Well, folks, that's it for this week's episode of Wookieeleaks. And remember, you got to watch Eric Voss's Easter egg breakdown. Check that out on the new Rockstars channel. Follow me at Tommy Bechtold. Follow Brandon at BB King Fart on Instagram.
That is true.
Follow New Rockstars. Subscribe to Wookieeleaks wherever you get your podcasts. Thanks for watching, and we have
spoken.